All right. Shuon had the cult of cry bullies. Why people hate the left. Oh, man. Oh, man. Because let me tell you, do I hate them? You can ask my mom. I used to be like, before, like, maybe, like, before a month ago, like, prior to the month, I didn't really hate them. I was kind of like, well, actually, I've kind of gone full circle. Let me, like, explain, okay? I've gone full circle on it. Like, a month ago, like, prior to a month ago, I was like, I don't really hate them. I want what's best for the country. Whatever's best for the country, I want us to work together. And like, we're gonna like do the best and we're all gonna be, I want everyone to be happy. That was like me before, right? I went from that to like maybe like a couple days ago to like a week ago. I was like, man, I fucking hate these people. And when I say like the left, I mean like the crazy left. I'm not talking about like, you know, people that are on the left that are reasonable and I can disagree with. Like Shoe on Head, for instance, right? Like I don't count Shoe on Head. But like these like crazy woke leftists, I fucking hate them. They're the most annoying people ever. They fucking lie all the time. They lie. They lie. The brigade. They terrorize. They're literally the worst. I fucking hate them so much, right? And then like I was talking about my mom. So I was talking to my mom about it, and you can ask my mom. I was telling her like, "Mommy, I fucking hate these people. They're the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen." And I am like actually shocked that people are like this. Like it's actually so crazy to me that people could be like this, right? And like I went from that to like my new stance. Like my new stance is like they're retarded, they're stupid, and okay, put it this way. So you have a group of monkeys in the forest, right? And that group of monkeys are screaming and they're breaking shit and they're getting into like wars with each other and stuff like that. Like, do you hate the monkeys? Like, do you hate them? Not really. They're just monkeys, right? And so like now that's kind of how I see it. I'm just like, monkey's gonna monkey. Monkey's gonna monkey. It's not really their fault necessarily. They're just monkeys. Like they're literally this is like the most that they're capable of. Like the height of their capability is to monkey. So like when they do monkey things, they're just like, well, obviously they would. Does that make sense? We should be able to expect more. No, you can't. You can't. This is the problem, right? With expecting more, you could say that, like, and I totally get where you're coming from. I totally get it. We should expect more from like our fellow man, right? They're incapable of it. They're literally incapable of not being monkeys. There's nothing you can do about it. Serenity. Remember I told you about serenity? There's nothing you can do about it. You can't convince them out of it. You can't use any sort of logic and reason. None of that works because they're monkeys. They don't see the world in the same way as you at all. Like if you can get into like the monkey brain and like you stop and you think for a moment, you emulate like their monkey brain, like you simulate it, sorry, in your mind, you will realize that from their worldview, it's impossible for them to like they're it's impossible for them with their worldview and their ability to think, like their actual logical capability is not high enough to actually get out of monkey. So the only thing you can do is mitigate them. Like literally, like you can only mitigate them, and that whether that's like preventing other people from being infected to like become monkeys, or whether it's that, whether it's you know, like countering their points so much that nobody takes them seriously, to like literally putting them in a box, right? Depending on the degree of monkey that they are, right? Like they just need to be like literally, they need to be put in an aquarium. Whether that's like physically or ideologically, right? Like both. It depends on the degree of monkey. There's like there's no way that we can function with that kind of thinking. removed from polite society. Exactly. Zoo, yeah, zoo would work. Yeah. The thing, and the reason why it's so dangerous, like, let me explain to you. Like, the most dangerous thing right now is if these people ever get into power, like if they ever outnumber us, it's over. Like, it's literally over. If they ever control you seen Planet of the Apes? Imagine like that kind of shit, but then they're stupid. Right? Because in like the Planet of the Apes, like some of them are like kind of smart, right? But like imagine like Planet of the Apes where they all have guns. Like imagine monkeys. Imagine if there were more monkeys than humans and they all had guns. Like imagine that. Right? Like, it would be so fucked. Right? So the point that I'm trying to say is that they cannot be allowed to actually hold the keys to force ever. So the instant that they control force, it's over. Like actually, like I'm not saying that like in a hyperbolic way. I mean like for real. If they ever control shit, it's gonna be like French Revolution level of shit. It's gonna be so bad. Like you're gonna see the same thing that has happened in like Russia, like, you know, communist Russia, and like all this shit's just gonna happen again, but like in America. And the sad thing about that is like America is the force in the world right now. Like we have the most force and it's not even close. Right? So like if America falls, there's nowhere else to run to. Right? Like, you know, if other countries fall, and this is just the truth, if Ukraine were to fall, if Poland were to fall, even if the UK were to fall, it's kind of like, it's bad, but it's not catastrophically bad, right? Like there's still America still has enough force to like, there's a chance to mount a comeback. Whereas like if America's gone, it's cooked. Freedom is one generation from extinction. Yes, that's my point. We're rooting on UK making a comeback. Yeah, of course. I want UK to make a comeback. Of course, I want Canada to make a comeback. I want like all of the countries that like are basically our cousins. I want them to make a comeback, obviously, right? Anyway, is it time to watch? What do you guys think? Sorry, like kind of serious topic there, right?
Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of What the Hell is Going On with your host, Ugly Belle Delphine. Now before you ask, yes, there is an Epstein Files video coming out. I feel like everyone has like streamer brain nowadays, and like every fucking video has to be breaking news in order to get the most views. But I am taking my time with it. I'm sure you understand, there is a lot happening. You know,
did you say taking your time with it? You mean you don't have a take right now?
With this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Oh, is Jewish. I
just want to be clear.
Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Do you want to go there? Are you serious? Talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandmother in the Holocaust. My time. Really?
Your country, sir. Anyway, let's just forget about these satanic billionaire pedophiles running the world, and let's talk about some internet drama, shall we? Because that is what's really important. For a little over a decade now, the most inane things can get you.
Sometimes it's important. One thing about importance and like what you cover and stuff like that, right? The big stuff is important, obviously, like all this like big Epstein government demon, all of that stuff, right? But sometimes it's important to like look at what's next door. And like for us, like, you know, we're citizens of the internet, you know. It is next door, all of this stuff.
Called a racist or a Nazi on the internet, to the point where these words hold little to no meaning anymore. It's so bad that when someone is called a racist or a Nazi online, I'm immediately like, oh, what funny joke did they tell? But ladies and
yeah, literally the same thing. They're like, oh, this person's a Nazi. I'm like, oh, they sound like they're probably pretty cool then.
gentlemen,
because they just lie so much.
Actually come to the point. We're not saying anything. Also, makes you a racist Nazi. For the few of you watching this channel who are employed, there's a...
And again, for all the people that aren't like screaming monkeys, that's what I meant when I said it's probably bad. It's probably stupid. Because it probably is. Because they do this all the time. Oh, you're a racist. You're a Nazi. You're a bigot. They say it all the time. They say it so much. It's like anytime it's said anymore, I just filter it out of my brain.
A very popular Twitch streamer named Emaru. She's a cosplayer and just kind of a fun, chill, normie video game streamer. Well, the other day, someone in her chat asked her opinion about ICE, and this is what she had to say.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
In a world where it seems like every single celebrity is just screaming their political takes completely unprompted, this was a refreshing thing to hear. Seems like a pretty sane, rational, inoffensive thing to say, right? Wrong. This short little clip where she ironically tried to avoid controversy ended up being one of the most controversial dramas this year. I feel like decades worth of news has happened in the past like 2 months, don't you? Every day there's like a breaking story of the most insane shit you've ever heard in your life. And everyone is expecting—
That's because we have reached like the climax of Clown World, where everything's crazy.
Expected to have a fully formed opinion on every single breaking story. There's pressure to react, to pick a side, to condemn, to defend. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're usually not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now, I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we jump into today's video, shall we? Ground News is a website and an app that lets you see how—
There are a couple ways that you can react to breaking news in like a way that you can be fairly certain if it's right. And those are cases in which the actual person says something. So when there's a thing that happens and then the actual person themselves says something, then you can try to discern what is true based on what they confirmed. Because if they say something and then the opposition says something as well, then that is a fact that you can more or less tell is true. But you can more or less tell like that's a true statement because both sides are saying that same thing.
How news stories are being covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps—
Exactly what Math No Fun says, a set of overlapping statements. So like a good one in which that was like really, really possible was the Ms. Kiff scenario. Because in the Ms. Kiff scenario, Ms. Kiff himself, like he made a statement on it and he like confirmed certain things. So like you can say, okay, then that part is true because he confirmed it. And then you can make an analysis based on that, right?
You understand the full story and really make sure you're getting both sides. They really make it fun and easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's take a look at this one about how RFK admits he used to snort cocaine off toilet seats. If you look it up on Ground News, a right-wing headline covers it like this: RFK revealed why he wasn't scared of COVID. It was a legendary answer. And a left-wing outlet covers the same story like this: Robert F. Kennedy Jr. doesn't fear germs, and his reason is really, really gross. Same story, completely different vibes.
Exactly. And the thing is everybody knows this. Anybody that's like reasonable and like not a total monkey understands this, that this is how it works. Is like one side will have their they'll have their version of it that puts them in the good light, and then the other side will have a version of their version which puts them in the good light. And it you know, when those things clash, you try to find the actual truth when all that. It's kind of difficult to dig through it, really.
Our news feature I like the most is the blind spot tool. It shows you how news stories have been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Hillary Clinton says migration has gone too far. Rare Hillary Clinton W. Suspicious. Yeah. 37 sources covered it. 91% of those sources were right-wing, and only 4% were left-wing. Interesting. Or this one about how middle-class
Just
Americans are
CNN.
selling plasma because of
Man.
financial pressure. Americans are selling their blood because they're so poor. 71% of the sources that covered this were left-wing, and only 14% were right-wing. I have been using Ground News for like 5 years now, and I am obsessed. It is one of the first apps I open when I wake up in the morning. It really helps me
the
stay
hell?
informed and helps me keep up with the news for my videos. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center recognized Ground News as an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all,
Hold on. Is that like Nobel, like the Nobel Prize? Didn't they give a peace prize to Obama for no reason though?
I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. This comes to only like $5 a month, which is like the price of a cup of coffee nowadays. To get the 40% discount, just go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code on screen right here, or click the link in the video description down below to subscribe to their Vantage plan today. Big thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad as always. Right. And now let's get back to the video.
I didn't do it.
In this video, we are going to talk about the drama surrounding Emaru, the people trying to cancel her, the mistake the left is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane, hilarious tweets, of course, and then we will talk about my personal experience with these people. And what do I mean by these people? I mean the cult of the cry bullies.
Yeah, when I say the monkeys and the woke leftists, I'm talking about these people. They're literally the worst.
I'm sorry if I sound even more like a prepubescent boy in this video. I am a little bit sick, but I am here.
Me
slaving
too.
over a hot laptop. For you. If you guys saw my last video, you know I am quite critical of ICE. I don't think we should abolish them, of course, but I think it is good and healthy to criticize your government. I am a political culture war commentator. I talk about political topics often. People come to me to hear my political opinions. But not everybody wants to be a political YouTuber or streamer. And not everybody wants to listen to a political YouTuber or streamer. Sometimes we just want to have fun and talk about other things. There are lots of other things to talk about. Sometimes we want to look at funny memes or watch funny videos without having politics shoved down our throat. So a lot of people thought it was really refreshing when a cosplay streamer was basically like, I don't want to talk about politics. Why are you coming to me for politics? It was a perfectly sane, rational opinion. So of course, like half the internet had a problem.
Totally. I mean, there's different kinds of content for different kinds of things, right? Like if I want to listen to music, I'll listen to certain things. If I want to listen to politics, I'll listen to certain things. It doesn't have to always be about politics. And this is like the problem with these people, is like that's all they think about, right?
With it. It's just not that hard to say f ICE. It's really not that hard to say f ICE, to be honest. Is it so hard to just say f ICE? It's really not hard to say f ICE.
Bend the knee, say the thing. Yeah, that's like these people.
Jesus Christ,
man.
how hard is it to just say f ICE? How hard is it to just say f ICE? How hard is it to just say f ICE and move on? Oh my god. Just say f ICE. It's not hard. Is it so hard to just say the line? Say the line. Say it! Jesus Christ, like at this point, even if Emaru did want to like abolish ICE, even if she really did think f ICE, she shouldn't say it. Like I wouldn't say it at this point, because this is just like...
Number 8, doing the opposite. Yes, they will do the opposite of what they are told for no other reason than to spite you.
This is creepy. This is like a horde. Shouldn't say
Me too.
it. Like I wouldn't say it at this point, because this is just like, this is creepy. This is like a horde of zombies chasing after you. Hey, it's actually super easy to stream and have opinions. I'll show you. F ICE, f Donald Trump and everyone in his administration, f Elon Musk, free Palestine, US is on stolen land built by stolen people, Luigi did nothing wrong, abortion is healthcare, leave trans people the f alone. These people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude. Just like copy pasting the internet leftist starter pack. What the hell am I looking at? I hate the Reddit ass. Hey, it's super easy. It's crazy, like 1,000 years ago, this dude's ancestors were hunting mammoths. And now he's on here like, Men should not be speaking like this. I'm sorry. We need another war. The post that really seemed to kick this all off was made by Denims, the self-described largest female political streamer. Only because I don't stream Denims. only because I don't stream. Anyway, I don't have
Dang.
any, like, personal beef with denims. This isn't, like, an own denims video. We used to be kind of cool years ago, but, she apparently has some opinions on Emaru, so let's hear her out. Never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence-sitting the modern Gestapo. First of all, she's not fence-sitting. She's just choosing not to talk about politics. Like, in order to fence-sit, you actually have to say something. She didn't even say anything. Like, how do you even know what her opinion is? Second of all, modern Gestapo? Why is everything the f***ing Holocaust? It's totally normal to criticize ICE. It's totally understandable to have issues with the things they are doing. But modern Gestapo? Don't you guys get tired of this shit? Like, don't you guys get tired of
it.
like, isn't this exhausting after a while? Everything is Nazis, everything is the Holocaust, everyone is Hitler. It's like nothing else bad ever happened in history. Like, what did they used to compare bad things to before World War II? Oh my god, you're literally Napoleon. Also, I love this. Racist chud. Like, where did the racism part, like, where did that come from? Listen, I don't get on camera and start talking about cars or math or taxes or
Dude, chat, what was the X response to this video? Actually, they already hate you. All of those people already hate you.
investing
so never
or
mind.
going outside or the plenty of other things I don't know about. I sit here and talk about the gender war and the culture war because I'm good at those things and that's what people watch me for. That is my lane and I stay in it. Emaru likes what she's doing. Her audience likes what she's doing. There are plenty of other channels that will regurgitate your political takes back to you. Just turn on the TV. Turn on CNN. Most people...
Literally, Vlad the Impaler. I heard that Vlad the Impaler was actually insanely based. That's what I heard. That's the word on the street. Is that he was based as fuck. Yeah.
Most normal people are sick and tired of celebrities just like spewing their political takes completely unprompted. I don't f***ing care what Glub Shitto thinks of politics, okay? Why does Glub Shitto have to get on stage and start talking about how we're on stolen land or some shit? Why do you need your political opinions thrown up into your mouth by a celebrity like a fucking baby bird? Like, do you really want Sydney Sweeney throwing up in your mouth? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Please don't answer that.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say F ICE. It's not that hard of a concept.
You actually don't.
Just don't think. Don't think. Just say the thing. Just bend the knee. Don't even think about it. Just do it. Ah!
Don't have to know what you're talking about in order to just say the line. What? You should look into a topic, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and form
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're all saying.
your own opinion on the topic. You should not just blindly, mindlessly say the line.
You know,
Guys, I know she's a lefty, but I fucking love Shionhead. I know she's a lefty, but I understand her so much, man.
who doesn't do
I'm
political
being
content?
real.
Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying F ICE. What about Cinna? You don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say.
You don't have to know about the thing. Just say the thing. You don't have to know about it. Just say it.
F ICE.
You don't have to.
Can you listen to how entitled these people sound? God, aren't they the most annoying? They're the most annoying people in this world. Like, holy fuck. Oh my goodness. Dude, these people are, man. They're like the Karenocracy is real, is what I'll say. The Karens are trying to multiply themselves. Cussing Caesar, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. Thank you, Manipul, for the bits. Thank you. Dude, the Karenocracy is real. The Karenism, yeah. They need some fucking Asmongold.
Be a political content creator to say the line. All your other friends are saying the line, Emaru. Why aren't
Just take twice daily Asmongold.
you saying the line, Emaru?
Why do I get triggered so easily? I used to be happy, but now I can't stop complaining about everything.
You might be suffering from Karenism. Try twice daily Asmongold to relieve 95% of symptoms in only 1 day.
Side effects include balding, roach infestation, Hassan, right-wing extremism, and balding.
It's not your fault. Reclaim your life. Ask your doctor about twice daily Asmongold 100 milligram tablets.
Thank you, Asmongold, for giving me back my happiness.
True.
L ice. Okay, but unironically though, them. Straight up. Hey, them. Yeah, it's them, don't care, and if you don't like that I say that, it's you too. You know what I mean? It's really that easy for me, I'm telling you right now.
Debate me. Anytime, anywhere.
There's Emaru's roommate saying the line. Aren't we all proud of her? By the way, where are all her friends during all of this? Where are all her morally righteous, good guy, big streamer friends while this is all going down? While she's being dragged by half of the internet for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This girl who literally just came out of an allegedly abusive relationship. This girl who literally just got assaulted, grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. I guess it's fine to be silent when your friend is getting dragged by half of the internet, but don't you dare stay silent about current thing. I don't even know this woman, and I am sticking my neck out for her because it pisses me off seeing this kind of shit happen to people who absolutely do not deserve it.
If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country. You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not gonna pay for it.
Based?
You can't say like, well, I'm just not going to care about all this politics stuff.
When someone doesn't have an opinion on a political topic, people like you might get a little mad. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the government comes and arrests them.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the difference between
That's why taxes are a force.
those things.
Taxes are back to buy guns.
There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. What?
Many people
just want to live their lives. They don't really want to deal with the system. Yeah, they just want to be left alone.
Most people do not care that much about politics. I know to you and me that's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable because our whole life is politics, our job is politics, like I get it.
Nope,
but most people
I totally understand. I totally understand not wanting to be into politics. I totally get it.
People's lives do not revolve around
It's being PvP flagged. It's simple. It's like is your PvP flag on or off? And then you know some people just want a PvE.
politics. They do other things other than fight with strangers online. Crazy, I know, but man, do I envy them. I was so much happier before I knew. Sadly, it is getting harder and harder for the average person to not care about politics because politics is seeping into literally everything. Politics will be bending you over and spreading your cheeks and going in dry whether you want it or not. And unfortunately, the people who are like, I just want to be left alone, are the people who are the most fucked by politics. Also, more importantly, Emaru wasn't saying that she doesn't care about politics. She was saying she didn't want to talk about politics. I feel like that is a huge difference. I care a lot about, like, skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about, like, peptides and collagen to my audience.
I could talk to you guys about mushrooms. I could go so crazy on mushrooms, but I don't. I try to hold it back. I could also do the same thing with Precure. That one I do on stream. I like magical girls. Like I go off on that one too sometimes.
It's because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo.
Favorite mushrooms? You want my favorite mushrooms? Okay. Morals are really, really high tier. Lion's Mane is really, really good, but it's really hard to get wild ones. I've only seen it once ever in my life. And it sucked so much ass because it was in a tree in my neighbor's yard and it was like 30 feet up. And I couldn't reach it, but I could see it. And every morning I would go past this tree and I would see the lion's mane up there. And I'm like, oh man, if only I were like Luffy and I could like reach up there and grab it. So lion's mane is really good. Maitake is like one of my favorite ones. It's the most delicious. Like it makes the most amazing tempura. You tempura the entire maitake. It's like a fucking blooming onion. I love it. Chanterelles are also amazing, but they're very buggy. You have to like get all the bugs off of them. You soak them in water and then the fucking maggots come out of it. Yeah, it's really annoying. But you to like have to take them all out. But then they do taste really good. Like you make like butter with it. Like you have a steak with some chanterelle butter, pan fried chanterelles with like dude, I can't wait. I cannot wait for bolete season to hit because I want to get some I want some gosh, what are they called? I'm looking for like some chestnut boletes and some what's the name? RPs. I want some of those ones too. And I want to eat them, you know. Boletes, I keep finding boletes, but I've never found like a, okay, I only found one time. I found like a nice chestnut bolete, but like I didn't know it was a chestnut bolete because I've never seen boletes before. So I didn't actually know like if it was, you know, the thing with mushrooms, you have to be like 100% sure what it is before you eat it, right? Like you obviously like mushrooms like can be very dangerous. Like you have to be very, very careful with them. The other ones I really, really, really want to find are lobster mushrooms. I've never seen a lobster mushroom like ever, like not even once in my life. And I really want one really bad. But the season for that's passed. I gotta wait till like probably like the end of the year, but I'm really looking forward to those ones. Lobster mushrooms, sheesh. Those are so hard to find. Now, let me tell you about, you want to know what's interesting about lobster mushrooms? Lobster mushrooms are not an actual mushroom in of itself. They're actually two mushrooms fused together. Did you guys know that? Reishi? No, reishi. I've seen reishi all over the place. I know where to get it. If I want reishi, I can go get some. Well, not right now, but like, I know the spots in my woods that like spawn reishi. There's a couple of reishi spawns in like the woods near me. And then like, if I go like to my other, woods, there are also some reishi spawns there. But anyway, lobster mushrooms are two different mushrooms. One of them is it's either a rusula or a what's the word? The milk mushrooms, the ones that have latex when you cut them and they like have like the milk. Fuck. I should know this. My brain is drawing a blank. But there's like these, anyway. So if you have that mushroom, it gets infected by another mushroom called Hypomyces lactiflorum. And then if that mushroom consumes the other mushroom, so it's like it's a fungal parasite that takes over another mushroom, and then it becomes a lobster mushroom. So the original mushroom, usually it's like Lactarius pipperatus is usually the one, and that one doesn't taste good. It tastes like shit. It's like really like acrid. But like if that mushroom gets taken over by Hypomyces lactiflorum, then it becomes a lobster mushroom, which is like a high tier mushroom. So it's like a fusion. So it's really rare. Anyway, I could go about this like forever, but you know, we'll never watch videos if I do that.
Silly little to my audience because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera. It's skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about like peptides and collagen to my audience because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera. Yeah, you like that shit? I hate when grown women don't have a mind of their own. You are 28 years old. Please develop a mind of your own.
Wait, develop a mind of your own by doing what? Hold on. This is what I was saying, guys. You know, I said that they're monkeys. I mean, this is what I mean. Develop a mind of your own by parroting what we say. Develop a mind of your own by repeating exactly what we say.
All she does is pander to anime gooner men. No mind of her own. I never liked Emaru, so finding out she's stupid and doesn't have a mind of her own is nice. The audacity! If she
Exactly. Manipul, thank you so much for the bits. Mushrooms, please. Shrooms. I grew white oysters. Okay. Okay, be real fast about this. Anyway, back to the video.
She would have mindlessly audacity.
I don't have ADD, I swear. I swear, chat.
If she didn't have a mind of her own, she would have mindlessly parodied.
Also, Sapphire, thanks for the gift sub to Denims. Why, though? Thank you so much. Thanks for the gift sub, Sapphire. Thank you.
Audacity. If she didn't have a mind of her own, she would have mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say. She would have mindlessly just been like, fuck ice.
I told you, by the way. I told you if you get me started on mushrooms, I told you I'm not going to stop talking about it.
Mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say. She would have mindlessly just been like, fuck Ice. If Emaru came out and was like, actually, I think Ice is doing a fine job, do you think they'd be like, ah, yes, she has a mind of her own? No, absolutely not. They are not angry that she doesn't have an opinion. They are angry that she doesn't have their opinion. The absolute audacity to say that this woman doesn't have a mind of her own while thousands of you people swarm her like drones, barking orders at her to say the line. You guys literally operate like the fucking Borg. So what I'm gathering is that Emaru...
They are literally the Borg, true. And again, it's fun. This is what I mean, right? Like they're so brain rotten, they're so insanely brain rotten that they actually think that like they have the fact that they can say you don't have a mind of your own because you're not saying what we're telling you. Like if you're a reasonable person, you think about that, you're like, wait a minute, that's a little bit retarded, right? But the thing is, they don't think they're retarded. They actually think that that's right. They're so brain rotted that they actually think that. And this is what I mean, is you cannot reason with these people because they're just so brain rotten. It's impossible. They're not even speaking the same language. That's why I just equate them to monkeys.
Is a grown woman who acts like a frail, silly little girl to entertain fat, dirty, incel Asian fetisher weirdos, and is okay with that, but draws the line at saying Ice is bad. Emaru and Asmon's audience are the same. Incels love Emaru because she confirms the image of the anime bimbo stereotype that incels worship. She definitely cultivated an audience who, in the end of all things, are reactionary. She appeals to violent racists who fetishize Asian women. What the f is this Asian fetish thing? Are they just saying this because she's fucking Asian?
Yeah, Asian women aren't allowed to be loved because if Asian women are loved, it's fetishizing them. That's right. I've been saying this forever. Stick to your own.
Like I'm trying.
Literally them though. Literally them, right? We've been saying this for a long time. Y'all should stick to your own kind.
Trying to find a clip of Emaru saying sucky sucky.
The funny thing is they're not the ones who would have that accent. It would be more. Okay, let me be more realistic. I'm so sorry about that. Let me be more realistic. Like, oh my God, I've been saying this for like such a long time that you should just stick to your own, obviously.
$5 or something.
More
accurate.
accurate.
It doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not a coincidence that she answered the question this way, and that her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetishes. I don't know where this is coming from. And the woman saying this is literally an OnlyFans, like an Asian OnlyFans model. Like, I'm sorry, are you really the person?
Wait, not gay enough? Well, it's like okay. Like, oh my God, Queen. You should just like stick to your own, obviously.
To be talking about fetishization here. The most insane part of all of this had to be when her ex-boyfriend, her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend, posted his own fuck Ice in the middle of his ex-girlfriend being canceled for not saying that. Like, how fucking petty do you have to be to subtweet your ex like that? Another character involved in
I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me. So amazing that first year, but I'm so gay. But as we stayed around longer,
Good evening. Austin is reeling tonight after a plush toy no bigger than a softball struck downtown with the force of a meteor, leveling several blocks and leaving a vast crater.
This object appears to be a standard plush mascot. We don't yet understand how it achieves such velocity or destructive power.
Burst in. The plush fell from the sky and was thrown with such violent force. Witnesses say it was definitely worse than if a person punched a wall.
Sorry, that was a bridge version, but you get it.
All this is former booby streamer Casey Tron.
It reminds me of whenever Amaranth started wearing a cowboy hat, because that's whenever she started going like full Nazi, basically. She started.
What? What?
Wearing the cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats.
Oh my god, bro. Wearing cowboy hats is like so Nazi. It's like literally Third Reich.
It's whenever you gotta watch out.
A woman in Texas wearing a cowboy hat? Lord, take me out. Take me out back behind the shed. Put me out of my misery if I ever become this politically brain rotted. Holy shit.
Like, you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars. It's because, like, in my opinion, like it's all a facade to appeal to the worst type of men.
Yeah.
Because like really
because like men are like the worst because they're terrible. Unless they give me money, then they're okay.
misogynistic, shitty incel like men. They like a woman that doesn't have any opinions. I think that she also plays into how a lot of incels will fetishize Asian women. Her whole platform is just like appealing to like the worst fucking men.
Bro.
She's like basically like she's like a pick-me for
It's
like
like, bro, they should just stick to their own. Like, why would these men like Asian women? They should just like only the women that are the color of their own skin, okay?
Incel freaks.
So this fucking pick me shit, dude. It's gonna be the death of me.
She's
Before
such a
making this
pick-me.
video, I watched a bunch of Emaru stuff, and I saw no signs of like pick me behavior
She's such a pick me, and it like pisses me off because I need money.
at all. At least with some streamers or some YouTubers. People could be like, oh, they criticize women, so they're trying to be like one of the good ones, and they're a pick me. Like, okay, sure, like, that's retarded. We all know that's retarded. But at least I can like kind of see where, how is Emaru a pick me? She doesn't even do that shit. Like, where is the pick me thing coming from? No, really though, what makes her?
She's like a pick me because they picked her, and they should have picked me instead. Like, if I don't get picked, how am I gonna have money for drugs? Like, oh my god.
Pick me, and not the booby streamer or OnlyFans models calling her a pick me. You are literally selling your body for men to consume. If men do not pick pictures of your ass, you can't pay rent. There's no bigger pick me on earth than a fucking porn star. And me. I don't care about being.
I just like hate it. So I hate it so much when like guys, they like pick her over me because they should be looking at my asshole.
Being called a pick me, I've been doing this for over a decade
My
now.
asshole's
I'm used to it.
better.
I've been called it thousands of times. I'm a 35-year-old married mother. I do
need
not
money.
give a shit. I do care, however, when other women are called pick me for the crime of not following a hive mind. I see it so often in like the VTuber community. Like all these VTuber anime women will be called pick me's for just saying
That's
their
me.
opinions.
Yeah,
you have to
true.
understand, like, to these people, whenever a woman has like an opinion that is not like the corporate HR approved opinion,
And they still call me a pygmy, and I literally said straight up that I'm never dating or fucking anyone from chat. I said it straight up. Oracle of Hecate, cowboy hats equals Nazis. I guess Leaflit's a Nazi now. Such a dumbass take. Yeah, true. Animate Acumen, thank you so much for the sub. And thank you, Rognar, for the bits, for the 100 bits. There's really nobody that hates women more than other women, especially women that are ugly or past their prime. True. Yeah, that's totally why I hate all the other women. That's true. That's why I hate these bitches. Yeah, it's because of that. It's because I'm ugly and past my prime. Damn, how'd you
A woman
know?
doesn't toe the line of
How the fuck did you know? Get out of my head! Sorcerer!
Of the current thing. In this case, whenever a woman doesn't say anything, she's called a pick-me. You know, she just must have these opinions for men. No other reason. Every woman is secretly a big, progressive feminist. And if they're not, they're just doing it for male attention. Because I'm sure someone who looks like this is really starving for male attention.
And then in my opinion, it's like she's
just hot. She's hotter than you. Just calm down. Jeez. I'm kind of going off the deep end right now. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me.
not entertaining whatsoever. She's like, I would literally rather watch paint dry.
So true,
Oh my
because you know what
God.
is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting to memes? This is way more entertaining.
Bruh, like, yeah, I'm like so entertaining. Give me some money. Come on, I need money. Boys, I need money.
And if you don't agree, you're just like an incel. Okay, bitch. Eventually, after a few days of being dogpiled by the most annoying people on Earth, Emerald came out with a statement.
Hello, it's very rare
So
I will
true.
speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There's a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things, and an agency causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political.
pointless.
It's basic human
You can't appease these people because they are gonna get after you anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
empathy.
Now, I thought that statement was perfectly fine. My issue with it is, she didn't have to make it. She was basically
Yeah.
forced to come out and say her opinion. So did these freaks?
She shouldn't have done it. She shouldn't have done it. Like, bending the knee to these people doesn't even matter, because what happens now is that you don't appease those people because you're not going to. There's no way. There's no way. That's why I just call them fake and gay, because there's nothing I can do to appease it. Nor would I want to, really. So I just say that they suck. I just call them monkeys and I'm done with it. I say, oh, you know, that's so cute. Just give them a little pat on the head, you know. Oh, who's my little retard? You're my little retard, aren't you? I just give them a little pat on the head, right? Just leave them alone, right? But the instant you like do this, not only do you not appease the retards, but you also make everybody else say like, why would you bend the knee to these people? Like, why would you? Right? Like it makes a lot of people be like, "Ew, that's gross." So it's kind of like it's not a good idea. Yeah, don't listen to Quangos. Exactly.
Finally back off. She was basically forced to come out and say her opinion. So did these freaks finally back off once Emeru made her opinion about ICE clear? No. Of course not.
Nazi response.
I fucking called it. What did I say? They're a bunch of monkeys. That's literally all they do. All that.
TLDR, go f yourself in your PR apology. And there it is. Of fucking course she's another dumb c***. Girl, we are not as dumb as you look. You're still a racist chud, but continue to enjoy the money you get from your incel audience because they're disgusting, just like you. All I hear is, I support Israel and my name is Emeru. Wait, what? Where the fuck did Israel come from? What? I don't like to talk about politics equals I'm a Nazi and I'm ashamed.
Guys, I'm like especially this video, especially just like it really grinds my gears, because it's like this literally is happening to me too. So it's like I totally get it. But like, I guess my take on it is different. My take is fuck these bitches. Fuck all of
my
them.
opinions. Everyone knows what's up. She's a fascist in disguise and is squirming. Emeru, you are garbage Nazi loving c***. You got orange around your mouth.
You see what I mean?
F you, ass.
You see what I mean? It's not good enough for them.
Mengold. If you're neutral,
Nothing's ever good
if
enough
you're
for them.
neutral, you might as well say you're MAGA. Stand for something, ho. That's what Trump wants, for everyone to be quiet about it. The idea of get off the internet is so fucking ignorant. This dumb cunt needs to shut her fucking mouth. Thank God her downfall is happening. I've been hating on her since day one and knew something was off about her. Not a good statement. She implicitly disavowed ICE, but not so much the actual Trump admin.
Yeah, you disavowed ICE, but what about the whole Trump administration? They're like literally the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I was like reading that book to my toddler the other day and I was like, oh my god, this is literally Twitter. You cannot give them an inch, dude.
Of course are incel fans swooping in to protect the poor little 28-year-old.
Ah yes, incels. Known for defending women online. What? What the f does the word incel even mean anymore?
It means nothing. They've literally... These leftists have done Tower of Babel 2.0, man. It's crazy. Lord Watch, thank you for the bits. Thank you. The left can't help but handing out red pills all over the place. True. And then if you have the red pill already, then you get the black pill. It's like an upgrade, you know?
Or does it just mean man now? It just means man.
Incel is supposed to be people that can't get girls. That they want to fuck and they can't fuck. That's what incel originally meant. And now they just mean all dudes.
Man I do not like.
I had no idea this was a thing until yesterday. How come no one told me Emaru low-key a femcel?
All of these bitches are fucking done. The instant cat girl, like Elon Musk cat girl robots come out, these bitches are done. It's over. And I can't wait. I can't wait for it to be over.
Femcel! Emaru's a femcel! Oh my fuck. Do people just not know what words mean anymore? How are they coming to these conclusions?
I mean, have you looked at her? I mean, look at her.
What do you mean, look at her?
Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her.
She's hotter than all of your best warriors. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I think you guys just might be mentally ill.
We need to do something about these male-centered women.
Okay, first of all, nothing is more male-centered than centering your life around hating men. Men just live rent-free in your fucking head. Take it up with God, go to therapy, do literally anything else than make it our problem.
Fuck her, and especially—
I'm not even one to attack people on looks, but if they do it, then they unleashed it. Rules of etiquette broken, my turn.
Especially her bestie Asmongold. I hope they get kirked. 30-year-old woman too scared.
You like how they just threw in that I hope they get kirked, like, in at the end?
To say f guys to keep her incel audience happy. Let's hope she gets abused again. Couldn't happen to a—
Why are my videos always true? Whenever I make a music video, it just becomes real, like, right after. You know, like, it's crazy. They're literally the nicest guys, like, ask online. I know.
better person. Next time
it's
this
crazy.
I'm gonna laugh and laugh. F her and f guys and f you if you support this cunt. Emaru deserved what Miskiff did to her. F Emaru.
What?
For supporting ICE. I genuinely hope this bitch gets oh, okay. I reported that one.
We're so nice, guys. We're the nice guys. Jeez, holy fuck. These fucking quangos, man. Unreal. Thank you for the bits on the bill. Yeah, starting to sound like you might want to put your crown on. Mufasa, thank you so much for the bits. These quangos make my brain itch, dude, for real. Kura Kitsune says, I don't even need to be a cat girl robots. Female robots will replace them.
Holy
for real.
What is wrong with these people?
See, you don't understand. I'm good guy, which makes it okay for me to say f***ed up things about bad guy. You think saying that to someone is f***ed up? Well, you should be abused too, because you're probably also bad guy. It's called being on the right side of history, Chuck.
How does this keep... dude. How do they act like this and then call other people Nazis? Like, really, like, have you actually, like, have any of you guys ever just, like, thought about this? Like, wait a minute. They're calling people fascists and Nazis, but they're the ones acting like that. It's so weird, isn't it? It's Very interesting. Stella Cross, thank you so much for the bits. Like, they literally just exactly what they say. Instead of what you are, what you choose, you are what you speak. Yeah, they're the worst.
Look it up.
I hate
Nazis
'em.
deserve death, and silence is compliance. May I just remind the audience that this is what she said.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Nazi that deserves death.
Yup. Freerun is exactly right. Uh-huh.
What? After making her terrible statement full of lies, Emaru decided to follow right-wing grifter shoe on head. Of course Emaru is now following a fellow pathetic pick-me for being quiet about ICE. They both don't want to piss off their 100% right-wing gooner fan base. For the record, my fan base is probably like 70% right-wing and 80% gooner. Okay, but for some reason, they didn't mind when I came out and harshly criticized ICE in my last video. Yes, some disagreed, but for the most part, they didn't care. As long as you aren't preaching.
Yeah. Because we can live next to people that we disagree with and not literally want them to get quote unquote kirked. It's not that hard.
From an ivory tower with no nuance, rhyme, or reason. People don't care. I'll say some shit like, we should decommodify housing. And the right-wingers in my audience are just like, okay, commie mommy. These people cannot fathom a universe where people just disagree.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're just scared. You don't want to upset your chud audience. I upset my chud audience every goddamn day. You're the ones terrified of your own fucking—
I do too. We have lots of disagreements around here, and that's cool. I like it.
Cult. God forbid you only agree with—
I would be concerned if you guys agreed with me on literally everything. That would be crazy.
99% of the hive mind approved opinions. God have mercy on your soul. I do not envy you.
Ram is better than Amelia.
Once you bend the knee to these people—
Come at me, chat.
Well, once you apologize or capitulate, it's over. These people don't actually want an apology. They want to humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully people. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emaru's statement were like, why did you apologize?
Yeah, I mean, it's like $800 for sick. Obviously.
To the mob. You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people, the cult of the cry bully, they come in swarms, they get in your head, they prey on your empathy, they isolate you from your friends, they make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to—
Counterpoint Urza Scarlet? Okay, Touche.
No opinion.
True.
And when you are someone who is not
So
used
true.
to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable—
Thank you, Walla for the bits. Who is Ram? Yeah, who is Ram?
When you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of
The
mind.
alcoholic girl, that's Kana Albarona. What's her name? Kana Albarona? I think that's her name. Gildarts' daughter, right?
It is very easy for with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind. It is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This shit works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true. Honestly, you know, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune to this are like autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum are immune to the cry bully.
Okay, chat. Hold up. All right, chat. I'm gonna play a trap card. Okay, trap. Oh, all right. So the hottest girl in Fairy Tale is just probably Urza. I'd say it's probably Urza, right? But forget about that for a second, okay? Like, pretend that's not in the video, all right? The hottest girls in Fairy Tale are Mavis and Wendy. Okay, stop. That was my trap card, okay? All right. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I'm just saying it so that they can clip it and get mad and seethe.
Tactics. What happened is,
although Mavis does have the feet though, which is true. Juvia is the best waifu. Okay, I like Juvia, but she's a little crazy. She's a little bit crazy. But I do like her though. Especially like the later Juvia where she like puts her hair down and it's not like in the curl thing. It's like a little bit better like later. Mira Jane, Mira Jane's good too. True. Actually, you know who's really hot is Adel is Lucy. Am I wrong? Adelless Lucy is really hot.
Emeru just saw like a shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to one of their—
crazy though. Urza's mom is crazy though.
The cry bully tactic.
Gray's master, that is what's her name? Did you say Carla? Did you say Charlotte? True. The cat girl? The fucking actual cat that turns into a cat girl? Yeah, true. So true.
What happened is Emeru just saw like a shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing.
Unfortunately, Ur was her name. That's right. Ur was her name. Ur because of Ultir. Yeah, exactly. True.
To humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully people. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emeru's statement were like, why did you apologize to the mob? You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people, the cult of the cry bully, they come in swarms, they get in your head.
That's actually a pretty fair point, is that it is hard when you're not really equipped. When you don't have like the specific personality type to be like, I hate these bitches. You know what I mean? Like if you're like kind of a person that's like a little bit more kind-hearted, you're more of like an emotional type of person. It's really difficult to not be like, well, I upset these people, so I'm gonna say sorry. So I think that Shu makes a really good point here. And like, even though I think it's a bad idea, even though I think and I know it's a bad idea to bend the knee to these people, I can understand the mentality of a person that does.
They prey on your empathy. They isolate you from your friends. They make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This shit works especially well with—
I am battle hardened by these fucking Quangos, dude. I've had to defend against these Quangos so much. I have so much. Dude. I got like 20 guard,
It is very
bro.
easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This shit works especially well with—
Quango hardened, exactly.
Of mine. It is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This shit works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true.
It's because women are more emotional. Women are more emotional and are more, women require, to be in a group more. Like, we really want to be a part of the group and be, like, involved, right? And isolation is, like, really scary to women. So it's kind of like doing this, like, thing where you kind of try to segment them off and, like, say, like, you're outside of the group. Well, it makes women feel bad. And that's, like, something that men might not understand, but that's just kind of how it is. That's a biological thing.
Honestly, you know, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune
demons for Farron, yeah, true. Oracle, true. Thank you for the bits, thank you.
To dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This shit works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true. Honestly, you know, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune to this are like autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum are immune to the cry bully tactics. What happened is Emeru just saw like a shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to one of their favorite tactics.
The big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold?
While it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip, you do continue to be vague about how deep your associations with Asmin are. So hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmin, right? Glad you made this and owned up to it, but you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't read as earnest. Almost a decent explanation, but the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding this back from seeming sincere. Okay, now what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmin or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Assmold.
You know what I feel like all the time? You know that scene in like Warcraft where there's like Frostmourne and Arthas is like at Frostmourne, and then what's the guy that the other dude is like telling him like to not like pull the sword out. He's like, don't pull the sword out because it's like you can't make it. This sword is cursed, right? Muradin. He's like telling him like the sword is cursed. That sword for me is like all the slurs in the universe. It's like the crystallization of like all slurs. And it's like, I want to pull it out so bad. I want it. I want the blade. I want it so bad.
Assmold?
I'm pretty sure
I just want to pull it out and just use it on them, you know?
she's still friends with Asmongold.
Now, whatever you
think, you're a this, shut the fuck up, this, you know? Shut up, slur. You're a slur. Shut the hell up. Don't want to hear shit from you, slur. I want it so bad, dude.
Think of Asmongold. He is friends with Emeru. They are friends, even though they disagree with each other. Crazy, right?
I literally said, like, I don't agree with the things he says. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, fucking shoot him on stream?
Yes, that is what they want you to do. Yes. Around 2018, I was facing nearly...
They probably heard that. Dude, the leftists probably heard that. They're like, boost? They probably... Boost?
Daily harassment.
Thank you, Akarna. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Thank you for the bits.
For being friends with someone who was on the right. Hundreds of people were on my ass like every day. They were calling my job. They got emails of my family members. It was like non-stop. Now, this person was a good friend of mine, but in order to get all these people off my back, I did probably the cringiest thing ever, and I publicly disavowed her. Publicly disavowed a friend of mine over political differences. Now, for those of you
You want to know something? All of my friends who are like kind of more on the left, this is a true story, by the way. I have like I have some friends on the left, and I don't really interact with them, but like we're friends. We are friends in ways that are non-political. Like we talk about things that aren't political. Sometimes we do, but not really, right? And I have told my friends, I told them like straight up, I said, listen, if you have to disavow me, just fucking do it. Because I don't want you guys to get like hurt or involved by any of this thing. And like, if they say anything, just disavow me. Just fucking do it. Like I don't care. Just do it. Do it to protect yourself. I don't really care, right? They fucking told me that they'll never do it though. Said fuck these people. I was like, damn.
Who are new here, that sounds like something I would never do, but I did it. I bent the knee to a faceless mob of people who hate me. And in return, I received nothing. The harassment didn't stop, the hate didn't stop.
Obviously, I'm not going to tell you who because I want to protect them, but you know.
Well, needless to say, karma is real, and the same thing happened to me years later. I was publicly disavowed.
Our friends know you're a far-right VTuber. First off, I'm not even far-right, but second off, I'm not going to talk about them.
By friends over political differences. This story ultimately does have a good ending. Me and my friend from 2018, we made up years ago, but looking back on all this in 2026 is extremely embarrassing. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have just told those people to go fuck themselves. But in the moment, it's incredibly stressful and you just kind of want it all to stop. And you will do whatever you can to make it stop. So I understand why Emeru came out and made a statement.
I guarantee you Asmin said that to Emeru. I think he would say that. I definitely think so. I think Asmin is the type of person that would say that too. Yeah, I can see that.
I just really hope she doesn't wind up disavowing friends over political differences like I did. It was a huge mistake.
If you think Leaf is far right, you shit your pants if you met half of chat. Yeah, if you think I'm far right, you're just fake and gay or dumb. They confirmed he said that. That is why they stopped the podcast. It's known.
And it is not words over
it's really, really sad, but like, to be honest, Asmin's not really wrong. He's not really wrong. I really don't think there's a reason for some people, like some people have a lot more to lose, and it's difficult to request that they martyr themselves. Like for instance, like if I had a friend and that friend was getting a lot of heat, and if they had to disavow me or whatever, like publicly, in order to keep going, I'd rather my friend keeps making money, and like they, like a good person is like still okay, like at least like in the short term, right? Obviously. And like, you know, maybe when they get big enough, then they can say fuck them, right? And I'm fine. I'm totally fine with that. It's kind of like, I don't know, I hate to bring up like Ben Shapiro, but it's kind of like the Ben Shapiro thing where he talked about going to college and how there's like a story that Ben Shapiro says where he goes to college and he's like, you know, should I tell the teacher that they fucking suck and that they're retarded? Like, should I tell them that and then get all the negatives of that and then potentially like fail the class? Or should I just like say what they want, say the good thing, get the pound in the head, get the degree, and then like make a lot of money and say fuck them later, right? Like I think I like the second route more. But yeah, it's important to pick and choose your battles. Yeah, I feel that way too. I feel like I feel like we need to be more tactical. Not tactical, sorry, strategic. We need to be more strategic in things. There's some things that's not worth, like, it's not worth martyring yourself over certain things, right? You gotta leave that to the tanks. Leave that to the tanks, like Asmund, right? Leave it to Asmund to tank the brunt of it. And then this is why, by the way, I draft Asmund a lot. We're like, I'll wait for him to like watch a thing. I'll be like, okay, he watched it. That means I can watch it too, rather than like me just watching everything like off the rip, because Asmund watching it gives protection to everyone else that wants to react to it. Does that make sense? And I know it sounds like really like, I know it sounds really pussy, but like, to be honest, like what's the benefit in me just getting orbital striked like by myself? There's no reason for it, right?
Political differences like I did. It was a huge mistake, and it is not worth it, because you are going to find yourself surrounded by people who see you as a temporary ally and not a real friend. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a never apologize person. You should apologize if you actually do something wrong, if you actually wronged someone.
You should only apologize if you actually mean it. If you don't actually, the problem is a lot of people, like if you should only apologize if you mean it. Otherwise your apologies all become hollow. Your apologies become meaningless shit if you don't actually mean it when you say it. So you should only apologize when you mean it.
But you shouldn't apologize to like a nebulous, faceless mob of people while facing down a barrel of a gun.
There is nothing that she could say and no amount of money she could donate that could convince me she's not a soulless ghoul like all the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years. There is nothing you can ever ghoul like all.
Oh my god. She's like totally a soulless ghoul, unlike me.
All the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years.
There is nothing you can ever do to please these people, so why bother?
Drugs.
They will not be happy until you kill yourself, and even then they will dance on your grave. And I know, like, with every
piss on it, dance on it, yeah.
Everything going on right now, like, is this really a video about cancel culture in 2026? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. First of all, you should.
Lord Warchild says you're probably not 100% ready to hear this, Leaf, but you're a tank now too. Fuck!
Expect that. You clicked on a shoe on a head video. But second of all, yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. I feel like this type of thing is part of the reason we are where we are right now. This type of stuff drives people away from the left. And more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftists covering Emaru being canceled, and they were like, the cultural shift is here. Woke 2.0, we don't play around, we're mean now. Woke 2.0? Because woke 1.0 worked out so well for you guys in the country, right? You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, not double down and get worse. I don't know how you can look at the last 10 years and be like, we have got to get more annoying. Like, what are you doing? Attacking normie streamers for not wanting to—
I'm not gonna lie. You know who I feel really bad for? Is like a lot of like these kind of more moderate like leftists, they're just fucked. Like they have like no hope. It's like they're like they've been taken over like so fucking hard. It's like they can't do anything anymore. They're basically impotent when it comes to like wanting to save their party. It's like they can't even
be involved in political discourse. Also, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
They have no home.
I'm not smearing like the left as a whole, okay? This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel. I'm well aware there are plenty of left-wing people, especially in my audience, who feel the same way I do. I'm talking about a certain faction of the mostly online left. I was about to say it's like a loud minority, but I don't even think it's a minority anymore. I think it's like a majority. Like, I feel like I'm one of the only ones like holding down the fort. Like me and Anna Kasparian. And every day I'm called a right-wing.
Yeah, Anna's another good example. Is like Anna was considered like giga lefty before, right? Like Anna, and she's like, whoa, wait a minute, you guys are crazy. She has a point. Like Anna is the other one that's kind of like, she's not super radical.
For being like, hey, maybe we can focus on the issues.
She
that,
still
like,
is. Okay, well, you might say that, but compare it to everybody else, right? You might say like, wow, Shoe on Head likes Bernie Sanders, or like Anna Kasparian said all this stuff on the Young Turks. I know. But look at where the rest of them are now. They've gone all the way to like, get kirked, bitch. That's the dude. They've literally become like goblins. Like literal goblins, man.
Actually affect the working class, things
Hold
that
on, I got this. I got this. Hold on.
Yes, that's right, bitch. Get kirked.
That's what they sound like in my head.
Actually help people, not stupid fucking shit like going after e-girl cosplay streamers. Like, can we just get back to the fact that we are all being ruled by satanic billionaire pedophiles who may or may not be eating children, please? Thank you. In conclusion, Emiru did nothing wrong. People are tired of having politics shoved down their throat, and you don't need to speak about things you don't want to speak about. You don't have to do that. You don't have to say the line, actually. This is mass psychosis, rivaling on 2020. These people are trying.
Chat, say the line. Say ice is bad, and if you don't chat, I'm gonna piss on your grave. I'm gonna piss on your grave and steal all of your crispy socks. All of them. I'm taking them all the way to my lair.
Trying to socially ostracize this woman for not putting like a black square on her Instagram. They're just mad at Emiru for not doing like the ice bucket challenge or some shit. Like that's basically what is happening here. If you are going to streamers for political information, you are cooked. If you are going to Shoe on Head for political information, you are deep fried. So that was that little video. If you liked my yapping, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to my Patreon.
Chat, you want to see some high level witchcraft? Look at this shit.
If you were going,
look at this movement. Look at this shoulder movement and the little tilt of the head. Look at this high level sorcery.
To Shoe on Head for political information, you are deep fried. So that was
right here. Look at, you see this shit? Look at this high level sorcery right here. Do you see this? Look at this, chat. I know what she's doing. I see it.
So that was that little video. If you liked my yapping, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to my Patreon down below. It really helps the
I like it. It's very cute. I'm just memeing.
channel out, and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye!
She ulted? She did ult, yeah. Seductress! No, I really like Shoe on Head. I'm just memeing. I love these videos. Like, honestly, like I feel like I would like more Shoe on Heads and less of the fucking Twitter goblins and, the psycho leftist people. I would like far more of Shoe on Heads to exist. So I would be very happy if we could get that. Wait, what's this?
Dutch is dead, but it feels so unsatisfying.
Yo.
Hi, Bobblehead Pete. Thanks for 17.
Should have said man. Should have said man.